I call to order the meeting of budget meeting of March 30th, 2022. Diana, roll call please.
Matthew Thureson.
President.
Crystal Figueroa. Present. Fatia Obabi.
Present.
Ashley Morales.
Present.
Thomas Figueroa.
President.
Alex Ortiz.
President.
James Torres.
President.
Right, and can we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would like to seek a motion to approve the agenda, for the approval of today's agenda. I have a motion by Treasurer Olabi, Olabi, and Representative, the second Representative Bureau. Any discussions? Since there are no discussions, any approval? All in favor? All opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carried. Now we're going to move on to our officer announcements, starting off with Treasurer Olabi.
I have no announcement.
Moving on, all right, moving on to speaker announcements. I have an announcement, so I have an announcement for leave of early leave from President Thureson. Mr. Thureson stated that he can leave at 7:30 instead of us at Parliament. So,
Looking for a motion to approve Matthew Thureson's leave. First by Treasurer Wami and second
James Torres.
James Torres. Any discussions? And motion to. All in favor? All opposed?
now we will start and move down to the next item of order, which is the budget and any organizations unsatisfied with the finance recommendation, starting with the Anchor TV.
Anchor TV. They are not present. As a point of reference, I know that COVID did hit them, so I don't know if they're still in quarantine or not. But it's up to you guys. If you want to pass it as is, it's up to you.
Well, I guess what are the options? Pass as is or?
I understood that they wanted to come and just move some money around, which they can do next year when they're on the finance. So you can approve it. It's up to you guys.
Do I have a motion? Seeking a motion to approve the satisfied budget or that reallocation that Anchor TV wants to do. I'm looking for.
We're just gonna approve it.
Oh, I'm just.
No,
Oh,
wait, no,
okay, so I don't need to go through the motion.
I'm just gonna do a motion to approve.
Okay, motion to approve. I'm looking for a motion by Secretary Figueroa, I'm looking for a second by Treasurer Obabi.
Wow.
Look at it.
All right, motion, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Motion approved. We are going to move on next to the organizations that are satisfied with the Finance Commission recommendations, starting off with Active Minds. I am seeking a motion to approve Active Minds budget.
Alex Ortiz.
Alex Ortiz, I got a motion by Alex Ortiz. Looking for a second by Treasurer Bobby. Any discussion? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Approved.
I would like to ask our finance budget coordinator Costa what the minus anticipated revenue means.
So minus anticipated revenue means that they're either doing a fundraiser, so they've got $1 on that line, or
Okay.
they have $1 in a charitable donation. Two of the clubs, dance and chess, ballroom and chess club, are competition clubs, so they have to bring back 10% of their budget.
Gotcha.
Some of the budgets, that line item is money coming from escrow accounts as well. So that's what that means. So the money is being that money will actually, even though money's going to SCG, it comes back at the end of the semester.
Gotcha, okay. So from them, we're basically not anticipating anything back.
Correct.
Moving on to American Marketing Association, I am looking for a motion to approve AMA's budget. All those in favor, I got a motion by James Torres, a second by President Obagi. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Oh, that's me. Okay. Moving on next, we have the Anchor TV. I'm looking for a motion to approve.
No, you're doing Anchor.
Anchor. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking a motion to approve Anchor, not Anchor TV, just Anchor. Okay. Anchor budget. First motion approved by Treasurer Bobby, second by Secretary Figueroa. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Next, we're moving on to the ballroom dance. I'm looking for a motion to approve the ballroom dance budget. First by James Torres, I need a second motion by Representative Figueroa. Any discussions? All those in favor? Any, all those in favor, all those opposed? Any abstentions? Approved. Moving on to the chess club.
No, we just all.
No, we did that one. We did that one.
Okay, sorry, it's my fault.
We're gonna move on to chess club, looking for a motion to approve chess club's budget.
Aye.
I have a first by James Torres, a second by Treasurer Obagi. Any discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any, all those opposed? Any abstentions? Moving on to Club Mud, looking for a motion to approve Club Mud budget. I have a first from Alex Ortiz, a second from Secretary Figueroa. Any, sorry, all those in favor, or any discussion?
I have one thing I wanted to add to their thing.
Yeah.
Before we had to do something about their wood, they were looking for wood and the prices went up. I Googled something online, like as an option for them. If I wanted to talk to them, see if they were interested
We
in
can
it.
give you their email addresses.
Yeah, but you can make like fake wood out of coffee grounds and it burns just the same for pottery, so I don't know if
I
that
can
would
give
be
you
an option.
their email addresses.
Yeah, Roger.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Approved. Moving on to the cooperative preschool, I am seeking a motion to approve their budget. I have a first from James Torres and a second from Alex Ortiz. All those, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? All those opposed? Any abstentions? Approved. Moving on to the English club, I am seeking a motion to approve the English club's budget. First, I have a motion by Treasurer Obagi, I'm looking for a second for Secretary Figueroa. Any discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? I'm looking for a motion to approve the environmental club's budget. I have a first from Treasurer Bobby and a second from Representative Figueroa. All those, any discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Next, we're moving on to the games. Oh, gamer.
Right.
Yeah. All right, so I'm looking for a motion to approve gamers a budget. I have it approved by Representative Ortiz, second by James. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Next, we're moving on to Harambe. I'm seeking a motion to approve Harambe's budget, approved by Secretary Figueroa and second by Representative Figueroa. Any discussions? All those in favor? All those opposed? Any abstentions? Approved. Next, we're moving on to health and physical education. I am seeking a motion motion to approve their budget. I have a move from James Torres and a second by Alex Ortiz. Any discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Next, we're moving to InterVarsity Christian Fellowship. I am seeking a motion to approve their budget. Motion by Representative Fura, second by James Torres. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Sorry, that was loud. Next, Latin American Student State Organization. I am seeking a motion to approve their budget. A motion by Treasurer Bobby, second by Alex Ortiz. I don't know about that. Sorry. Shoot, basketball, please. Any discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstention? Crystal. I'm looking for a motion to approve MS&O's budget. First from Treasurer Bobby, second by Secretary Figueroa. Any discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Approved. Next, we will be moving on to payroll. I am seeking a motion to approve payroll's budget. I got it approved by Treasurer Bobby, a second by President Thureson. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Any abstentions? Next, physical science club. I'm seeking a motion to approve physical science club. I have it approved by Representative Fura, second by Secretary. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Any abstentions? All right, political science club. I am seeking a motion to approve political science club budget.
Aye.
Approved by James Torres, a second by Figueroa. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Approved. Next, we have the pre-health organization. I'm seeking a motion to approve their budget. Motion by Representative Fura and second by Secretary Figueroa. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Next, we are moving down to pre-law society. Seeking a motion to approve their budget. From Secretary Figueroa and a second by Treasurer. Any discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? All right, next we are moving on to Pride Alliance. I am seeking a motion to approve their budget. I have a first by Representative Fura, a second by James Torres. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Next, we're looking at program and events. I'm seeking a motion to approve their budget. Approved by, first by Secretary Figueroa. I'm looking for a second. Alex Rodriguez. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Approved. Next is RSA. I am seeking a motion to approve their budget.
Aye.
We have James Torres and second by Secretary Figueroa. Any discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? President Thureson. So, Rick Educators of Social Studies. I am seeking, Rick says.
Oh, that's cute.
I am seeking a motion to approve Rick Sess's budget. Motion by Treasurer Overbot. I'm so sorry. Treasurer Obabi, and second by President Matthew Thureson. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? You guys are I'm seeking a motion to approve recoveries budget. I have a motion by James Torres and a second by Secretary Figueroa. Any discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Next is Sojourn. We're looking for a motion to approve Sojourn's budget. A motion by Alex Ortiz and a second by James Torres. Any discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Next is the Spanish Club. I am seeking a motion to approve the Spanish Club's budget. I have a motion by President Thureson and a second by Secretary Figueroa. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Approved. Next, we're moving on to the STEM Club. I am seeking a motion to approve the STEM Club's budget. Motion by Secretary Figueroa, Secretary Figueroa. A second
Aye.
by James Torres. And any discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Okay. Next, we are moving to SCG. Okay. I am seeking a motion to approve SCG's budget. Motion by Treasurer Bobby and second by Secretary Figueroa. Any discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions?
Great.
Oh, okay.
Next is the Student Nurse Association. I am seeking a motion to approve their budget. Motion by Secretary Figueroa, second by James Torres. Any discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? Any abstentions? Next, we're moving on to the SBO. I am seeking a motion to approve their budget. Motion by Secretary Figueroa and second by Treasurer Bobby. Any discussions? All those in favor? All those opposed? Any abstentions? Alice Ortiz and James Torres. Next, we have Wixon. I'm looking for budget approval. Seeking a motion to approve Wixon's budget. Motion by Secretary Figueroa, second by President Thureson. Any discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? Approved. Last on our list is the Washington internship. I am seeking a motion to approve their budget. Motion by James Torres and second by Secretary Figueroa. Any discussions? All those in favor? And all those opposed? Any abstentions? Approved. And now I'm seeking a motion to adjourn this meeting. Motion by Treasurer Bobby and second by Secretary Figueroa. Meeting adjourned. Hasta luego.
Raymond Baccari reporting for the Anchor and Anchor TV. I am joined by President Thureson of SCG, and the topic of this post-meeting interview is going to be class elections because it's coming up on both the Executive Board and for Parliament and for the classes of, 2023 to 2025?
Correct. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little more about the class elections coming up?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are going to be starting the declaration period for class elections 2 weeks from yesterday. So it's going to be Tuesday, and people are going to be able to declare to. People are going to be able to run for their class president or vice president, secretary, treasurer. We have decided this semester to do the meeting or do the elections online. So what's going to happen is there's going to be a form set up by the Dean of Students to each class, and then they're going to vote using the RIC email anonymously, and it is going to then be tallied, and that's how the winners are going to be decided. That is going to be happening over the course of 3 days. That way people don't just have one day and down to vote. So we're hoping that it's going to result in maximum turnout. And yeah.
So, and just to clarify, so it's, I think I might have misunderstood, so class is 23 to 25, right?
Correct.
Okay, and it's, so yesterday, so 2 weeks from to yesterday.
Yeah.
And then that's day one, and there'll be 2 more days after to vote?
Yes, so that's when you can start actually declaring, and then from the actual election work is going to take place 2 weeks from then. So it's gonna be the last week in April.
Okay, last week in April for
Yep.
elections, 2 weeks from today to declare.
Correct.
And how could someone declare if they would, if they wanted to run for one of these offices?
Yeah, absolutely. They can come up to the SCG office and we can help them out. We have Joan and Diana are going to be a great resource for them. I also want to point out actual student board elections are coming up. So if you'd like to be in one of those, an SCG rep will also be present at all of those meetings. So we'll be able to kind of officiate, and those traditionally also happen in the second week in April. So we're recommending that all the student boards start asking for declarations starting next Monday, so that way people have a week to declare. And then it's most of the board elections are going to take place a week from then.
And how many, did the signature change? Because to my understanding now it's 35 signatures required?
Correct. Yeah.
So 35 for a petition to,
Yes. Yeah. So still, yeah, 35. Yeah, it was 25 before. We're just kind of getting back to a non-COVID situation. So it used to be 50, so we're trying to kind of bring it back to somewhere near where it used to be, but obviously still not quite at that level. So 35 signatures, but everybody's still at large. So the that little contingency on the top of the paper about how it has to be from your major is not the case. It's completely at large. So it's still easy to go in Dawn and get signatures, or in the student union or whatever you need. Yep.
and is it going to be a similar process? Because I know the e-board election is coming up too, right?
Yes. Yep. So that's a great question. For for SCG elections, the initial filing period is actually happening right now. So you can come pick up a petition anytime from now until next Friday. So it's Friday, I want to say the 8th. And you'll be able to get it until then. And then once you've actually taken out a petition, then we can double validate it. And then once you've been double validated, you become a parliament member for the next year. And then after that, you'd be able to run for run for an officer position on the SCG board. And that's going to be happening in a meeting late April, either the second to last or the last meeting in April. Yeah.
And are there going to be an election for the vice president, deputy speaker roles, or are those going to stay empty for the rest of the
We
semester?
believe there's going to be an election for the whole board, yes.
For the whole e-board,
Yep.
okay. And is just to clarify once more, the process for signatures is the same 35?
Yep, 35. They're all at large, so you don't have to all be from the same major. Even though it does say that at the top of the sheet, we apologize for the confusion.
No worries.
Great.
Thank you for your time, President Thureson.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.